Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today. My name is Mel Rose, and I'm here to share your daily aspects. Today, I just want to put in a positive mention for our dreams and our higher goals for ourselves, those bigger and better opportunities we'd like to take advantage of, and really just the ideal circumstances each of us would like to find in our own lives. Okay, so I'm putting in a good word for these because we've got a number of oppositions to Jupiter and Neptune right now, saying we see what we would like to have, but we are somehow in resistance to it. And at the same time, we have all these really beautiful, positive, auspicious trine vibrations saying just be open to the changes that are coming for you, the transformations that are coming for you. They will be positive, especially if you accept that call to adventure. Okay, friends, let's get into these aspects. Today is Monday, September 19, 2022. The Sun and Venus are together in the land of Virgo. They're both deep in prayer or meditation on the mysteries of perspective change and personal transformation. They talk between themselves about things that aren't working in our lives, and they dream up practical and expressive new ways of addressing those problems. The waning crescent moon is in Cancer. This is a time when we can become serious homebodies. Waning crescent has us focused on letting go of things, while Cancer's influence is here to remind us what is most precious to us. All the better to know the difference between trash and treasure as we actively release what no longer serves us. Mutable earth and cardinal water, friends. I'm thinking about power washer vibes. Emotions that initiate care in the form of cleaning up so that we can be comfortable in the heart and the home. Okay, first let's take a look at what the moon is doing today. This all has to do with our personal lives, how it feels to be us, and who we are at home among the people that we love. Here is the moon on the page today. And at 9:46 this morning, Central Standard Time, friends, moon reaches its apogee. I am an emotional person with a fiery distaste for feeling things quite so strongly. So the moon's apogee always comes across to me as a sort of blessed reprieve. It isn't as though we can feel nothing, but it may feel as though there is a slight delay or a buffer that gives us some space to consider the emotions as they arise. And then at 3:53 in the afternoon, moon goes sextile to Venus, Taurus, Cancer, and Libra. Here's the moon's sextile to Venus right here. This is a very relaxed and happy vibe. We're receptive and cooperative, and we can be especially good company, especially to the people that we love and trust. And then at 4:43 p.m., moon goes sextile to Uranus. Cancer and Aquarius. We may find ourselves in search of adventure at this time of day, seeking a new perspective and not settling for wisdom we've already digested. Then on the sun side of the page at 11:44 this evening, nearly midnight, Venus culminates its trine. It comes into the strongest vibration of its trine with Uranus. Taurus, Libra, and Aquarius, that's Venus trine to Uranus there. This is another aspect indicating that we are relaxed and receptive, especially open to new ways of doing things in our romantic lives or with our finances. Trine vibes here indicate ideal, positive functioning when we make room for pleasant surprises. And then in terms of ongoing stuff, we have a new grand trine on the page. This is the grand trine of Venus here with Uranus, and Pluto. Very similar to that other grand trine we've been looking at and that we'll talk about in a minute. But oddly enough, Venus is also in opposition to Neptune here, while Neptune is sextile to both of those other planets, forming a kite, which we've been looking at a lot lately. Taurus, Libra, Scorpio, Aquarius, Pisces. There are indeed some delightful surprises on the horizon and some divinely guided opportunities for personal transformation. And with Venus opposite to Neptune, the vibe is not a hesitation, but more of an openness to the gifts that are on offer. If something that looks like your ideal circumstances is offering you a way in, take it. And then we also have this grand trine. This is the Sun with Uranus and Pluto also trying to one another. Sun in opposition as well to Neptune, right? So it's like a kite with two tails at this point. This grand trine is on its way out, as is our skeptical or hesitant approach to following the guidance of our dreams. The benefit of this aspect, though, has been the conscious clarity we've received about what is an ideal circumstance for us and the time we have taken to consider the path forward and the shifts in perspective that are on offer. And then additionally today we have a nice T-square. Venus is opposite to Neptune, as we discussed, and Mars is square to both Venus, and Neptune. Got a little wild there, making this T-square shape when it all comes back to the middle where we are. So Venus is opposite to Neptune, and that's really only likely to create conflict if we try to make any serious commitments at this time. We're otherwise in a loving and receptive mode, especially to things that look and feel beautiful to us. Our devotion and our sense of romance are particularly enhanced with this opposition right here. And then Mars being square to both Venus and Neptune is here encouraging us to remember why we are devoted and to take action on any lovely or loving opportunities that arise in a non-committal sort of way, though. Venus is also quincunx to Chiron here, while Mars is square to Venus, right? And sextile currently to Chiron. So that's not really a specific shape with a name like a T-square or a grand trine or, you know, a kite. But it is an interesting interplay of these three planets that, you know, indicates a willingness that we have to mend any of the rifts in our friendly and romantic relationships, as well as a willingness to admit it when our trust in someone has grown or faded away. And then, of course, it is retrograde season, friend. Here's Uranus and Chiron and Jupiter and Neptune and Saturn and Pluto and Mercury, all of them retrograde, 7 out of the 11 planets we regularly watch. So, and they're all currently moving against the regular flow from our perspective. The planets truly are still moving in their regular direction, but since we're on Earth in orbit around the sun, watching other planets in orbit around the sun, we make the predictable mistake of perceiving them as moving backward. And this change in our perspective can bring about a need from within to reassess how we approach and use these planetary energies. It can be rough sailing right now with so much going on that we have to slow down and really pay attention to the details. Mercury's retrograde in particular may be experienced as things that actively cause us to slow our roll and focus in on the tasks at hand. All this is just to say, take it easy on yourself and the people around you. We're all in the thick of these perceived reversals and coping to the best of our abilities. Coming up tomorrow, Venus goes quincunx to Saturn, and this may help us see the ways in which we are isolating ourselves. Also, Mercury reaches its perihelion, or its closest approach to the sun. And the new moon on this Sunday in Libra will grace us with an opportunity to pause and appreciate what we have as we shift gears from this mode of decrease we're in back to the mode of increase. And that's it for today's astrology, friends. Thank you for tuning in. Please like my video, subscribe to the channel, click the notifications bell. I post here every day and I wouldn't want you to miss a thing. And friends, if you haven't checked out the Astrology Today and Tarot episode that is the companion piece to this episode lately, I invite you over to check it out now because I've made it a more brief presentation and hopefully we can get a little bit more out of it. I appreciate you all so much for tuning in. My love and gratitude go out to each and every one of you. And I will see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today.